Slay some vampires? Or vampire?
Or die.
And her fleshy manservants?
I just remembered Locris had met with Sir Bon and had a holy water super soaker built. And he's been carrying around in the bag of holding, so.
That sounds totally logical, and I will update the notes accordingly.
Well, alright then. Let me move a few things around real quick. Alright, let's get this recap going. So, last session began within a dark and foreboding ducal manor in the city of Raptor in the realm of Shadowfell. The sands of justice, after a few brief yet harrowing encounters within the lower rooms and halls of the manor, catch barely a glimpse of a shadow darting upstairs, proclaiming guests and slamming a door. Upon entering the upper levels of the manor, the party discovers two doors, one hiding a foul stench, and the other muffling a bit of music. Entering the music room, a monstrously mutated vampiric version of Baracus was there to meet them. Battle soon ensued, and though the Sands of Justice were successful in misting Baracus, the battle did see Blade and Logos teleported via shadow to a more subterranean area of the manor. The party, following Baracus' mist form down a false fireplace, discover a thin stone stairway corridor, one that is steadily descending and aligned on both sides with the iron bars of dungeon cells. This is where the party reconvenes before heading steadily down to the cellar, the crypt at its bottom. Wrestling open Baracus' beautiful stone sarcophagi, the party finds a misty, vague silhouette of a slowly regenerating Baracus and ends him once and for all, reducing him to nothing but a bloody sludge. As the party plans and loots the room, discovering Nayla's tomb empty, another creepy porcelain doll appears, letter in hand, one requesting the party for tea, among other things. And after a short rest, they pressed onward and returned to the foul-smelling door on the manor's second floor, entering the room to find a dining room with a morbid tea party scene laid out. Many humanoids stitched together from various other humanoid parts sit posed playfully. After inspecting and outright abusing several of these large dolls via attacks and spells, a crash from the kitchen draws Gladier. Upon entering the doorway, he encounters Nayla, now supported by a dozen black pseudopods rather than two legs, and a razor-tooth-filled maw that looks much too big for her face. After a very brief dialogue, a distraught Nayla makes her intentions clear by baring her teeth and commanding her flesh golems to kill Gladier before herself follows suit. And that is kind of where we are now. So, first things first, I think we're going to have to roll some initiative.
See you on the other side, boys. I got an 18.
$11.
12. Not the worst initiative I've ever rolled, but not anywhere near the best.
And a dirty 20 for Logos, a 22 for Locris. Very nice. All right then. So I dropped a pick into the feed, and so previously, one of these golems has been struck a few times by Locris. Also, the center of the room where there was once a dining table and chairs has now just kind of been erupted into rough terrain, various bits of rock and debris kind of from one of Logos's spells. But top of the round, we are going straight to Locris. You are up. Once this entity kind of proclaims Gladier to be an enemy and asks for him to be killed, all of these previously inanimate, stitched together flesh golems do begin to rise and gain their composure. But you're first to act before they're up. So technically, they're all prone around you currently.
I let out a shriek, and with my morning star, start beating on the one in front of me.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
That is a... Really? That's how I was going to start off? 15.
Hits.
And an 18.
Both hit for sure.
Well, that's lucky. This is not going to be my night. Oh, a 1 and a 2, so 3 plus 12 for 15 points of magical piercing damage. Oh, wait. If they're prone, I would get that at advantage, correct?
Correct, you would.
Alright, just to see if I could get a 20. And no. That dice is done. Yeah, that'll end my turn. Because apparently this round is not for me.
Okay, you get a couple of good blows in on the one you had already previously damaged, on top of being damaged by Logos's spell. This one in particular has probably seen the most damage so far. Moving on down, we are looking at Logos. Logos, how do you proceed?
So all of the golems are down on are prone, right? And I think I get disadvantage on ranged attacks if they're prone, right?
Yeah, that is kind of how rules as written.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I'm probably just gonna fire 3 radiant arrows at Nayla.
Nayla, from your position, basically has full cover due to Gladier's body. Gladier's actively standing in the doorway, and Nayla is in the other room entirely. You don't really have a clear visual on Nayla from where you are.
I'll fire through Gladier. I'll make any movement that I need to try to get her in visual without getting too close to any of the golems if possible.
So 40 feet of movement can put you up to Gladier. So if you wanted to do 45, you could step in front of him. But you're basically stepping into melee with Nayla at that point.
I don't want to do that. Well, I guess I'll just fire at disadvantage at the one that Locris. Can I do that one? The one that Locris is attacking?
Yeah, go for it. Give me some attack rolls.
The first one is a 19. The disadvantage, that's a 29, so 19 to hit with disadvantage.
Oh, for sure hits.
Second one is a 29 All right, 17 with disadvantage.
Also hits.
Last one is a 32.
No, that one misses. Fuck that. No.
Or a 21 with disadvantage. Okay.
Yep. Also hits. You're good to go. All three.
So first arrow does 15 damage. Second arrow does 8 damage. And last arrow does another 15 damage. So 38 points of damage total.
Very nice. Well played. As you land several arrows keenly in the weird stitched together joints of this creature. They seem to sink deep.
And I'll bonus action Hunter's Mark. That one, since I forgot to do it at the beginning of the round, just to get it on the playing field, I'll do that and end my turn.
Okay, great. Moving on down from there. At initiative 20, the layer action. Gladier, you're only standing about 5 feet away from Nayla at this point, and she's looking more than menacing. And before your very eyes, it seems as if Nayla explodes into shadow. There are suddenly a dozen shadows that vaguely resemble the silhouette of Nayla, not only in the kitchen that you're looking into, but all around you. Your shadow, a couple of the shadows of these hulking like golem creatures, a couple of shadows of even your companions. Look, they all of these shadows seem to look have like the same silhouette as Nayla, but the shadows almost have a life of their own. They catch you watching, and some of them wave, others dart, some of them make threatening motions towards your comrades or you. And but yeah, Nayla is essentially disappeared from sight right before your eyes. She is no longer visible.
Oh, fuck.
Moving on down. Renwick, you're up.
All right. I'm just gonna say it now so I don't forget. Any shots I take during this combat, I'm gonna take with radiant bolts. I picked up 10 a while back, and I just know that I'll forget. So let me just state that ahead of time.
Okay, duly noted.
And from the looks of it, I am read up on a flesh golem. So I think I'm gonna take a swing. Oh, sure. That's an 18 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Sick. Let's do D8.
You're taking these with advantage, right? Because currently they're prone.
Oh, shit. Wait, the one next to me is prone?
Logos cast a spell that
shooting.
shattered the table and knocked all of those around it prone. So Logos actually
gotcha. Fuck yeah.
knocked them all prone with an earth rising spell of some kind.
Well, shit, man. Alright, didn't crit. Still a hit. That's going to be sneak attack 2. 22 on the rapier. And yeah, no, fuck it. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a point blank shot, and that's gonna be another 18 to hit.
Nice.
That's a D6 plus a 6, which is so 9 points of radiant damage on top of that. Oh, and I need a Constitution saving throw from you for the rapier. DC 14.
17 plus 4 becomes 21. Sorry.
Yep, fair enough. And then Can I shift away from this guy so that I can flank the one next to Gladier to help him with his attacks?
You can, however, it puts you standing in difficult terrain, just so you're aware.
Okay. But difficult terrain just slows movement speed. It's not...
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm on the edge of it, so I'll take that.
All right, so...
And then it'll be my turn.
all right, so moving down to the golems proper now. First thing that all 6 of them are going to do is burn half their movement to stand up, thanks to Logos's spell from the session prior. So each of them stands up. However, let's see here. Golem 1 obviously going to take a couple cracks at Blade. Him and Locris are pretty close. So that's going to be a 12 to hit. I assume that misses, but also a dirty 20.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I think I'm going to cutting words that.
Okay, great.
And just say, "Oh, nice try, you prick." So I'll roll it out, but a 1 will bring it to.
Oh, that's all you need is a 1. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you just enough of a distraction as the blow comes down. It lands wide, but this giant flesh golem, using these like massive meaty hands, smashes next to you with these like hulking kind of form, and it splinters the wood of the floor you're standing on. It is quite a mighty blow that you've just narrowly escaped.
Ooh.
Golem 2 takes a 5-foot step, and a similar couple of these large meaty hands come crashing down at you, Locris. I've got an 18 and a 12 to hit.
Both miss.
Similar story. You sidestep a couple of these mighty, slow, lurking, like Umber Hulk type of creatures that are just smashing the floor around you. With 10 feet of movement, Golem 3 is going to engage Logos. So, I've got a 16, 7, which becomes 23, and a 17 and 7 becomes 24? 23 and 24 to hit Logos.
Man, you know damn well those hit.
Yeah, okay. So, let's see. First one is... The first blow is 9 damage. 9 bludgeoning damage. The second blow... 4 and 7 is 15. So, grand total of what? 15 and plus 9. So, my brain is not functioning. 24.
Gotcha.
That being said, let's see, Golems 4, 5, and 6 have all kind of been instructed to take on Gladier. So, 10 foot of movement. This guy doesn't have to move. This guy also can get away with 10 feet of movement. So, hopefully you're ready to do a little tanking there, Gladier, because I've got 6 smash attacks coming your way as these golems surround you. And I shit you not, my very first roll off the thing, nat 20.
Is he within 30 feet of me?
30 feet. Give me a sec.
That
10.
golem in particular.
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Just on the outskirts, unfortunately.
Damn.
So the golem, we will call this golem 6, nat 20, but also a 4, which becomes what, 11. So 1 miss, 1 crit. We'll move on to Golem 5, another 4, and a 5, so that's not quite a 12, I believe, highest one. 17 on the Golem 4. Okay, so 1 crit and 5 misses, I do believe. You lucky dog.
Oh no, it's still a crit.
Oh my god, garbage. On 2d8, I rolled 2 1s. You son of a bitch. So it only comes out to a whopping, let's see, the 2 1s doubled becomes 4. And plus the modifier. Let me double check this real quick. It is a whopping. Yeah, you take a whopping 8 damage for that crit.
Noted.
Fucking Avery fucking screwed me up by throwing me a 1 this morning.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse.
Okay, so after that, it will be Nayla's turn. However, you guys are kind of unaware as to where she is or what she is doing. So we're going to move on down a little bit farther. And Gladier, you are up. I'll drop a new pick real quick.
Oh man, the fucking Nayla just skipped her turn. That can't be good. Okay. Oh jeez.
Okay, so you are currently surrounded by these flesh golems who are trying to crush you into oblivion. Currently flanking one of them, at least, with Renwick. Aside from that, the others seem to be dealing with your party on the other side of the room. But yeah, the pick is up. So tell me how you proceed there, Gladier.
All right. Are all the shadows still there? Like some look like Nayla, some look like golems and various creepy things.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
This will go well. 10.
As far as you can tell, all of these shadows around you, all the golems, your shadow, and even Renwick's, all resemble Nayla's silhouette.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm just gonna turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the attack that I know I have a better chance at hitting right now. Because I don't know where Nayla is. She disappeared and there's a bunch of shadows. So I'm gonna deal with the problem, the immediate problem, and just turn around and take my first attack at the golem I am flanking with Renwick.
Okay, great. Give me a couple of attack rolls with advantage.
Alright. First one is. Are you fucking kidding me? I rolled a 2 and a 4. So that is a 14.
14 hits.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm glad I used that on the golem. Okay, I'm gonna use because I'm using the Kopesh of Biting Cold. So I'm gonna use that cold ability
So
for this
you need a
first attack.
con save from me then?
Yes, con save
I'm
DC
looking,
15.
I'm looking at 11 plus 4, 15.
Okay. All right, so nothing. All right, just regular attack then. That's 1d8 plus 6. Oh, that's a 6. So 12 slashing damage for the first attack. Go at him again. That is a 21 to hit.
Also hits.
All right. And that's an 8. So for 14. 28 total slashing damage.
Excellent.
Did that look like it affected him at all?
Ooh, I guess you could give me an insight or a medicine check, or even an arcana check, really. Your call, but what you choose, what skill you choose, depends on what information I divulge.
Okay. My arcana is best. I think I'm gonna try arcana, see what I can get. Fuck me sideways. That's a 7.
You know that most golems, don't really feel pain, so you're unsure as if you managed to hurt him or not. But if you did hurt him, you probably wouldn't be able to tell.
Alright. In bonus action, I'm gonna do Shield of Faith on our two squishy boys. Both got a guy on them. I'm gonna go Blade because he can give us some heals if need be. So, Blade, you get a +2 to AC for the time being.
Thank you, sir. I'll remember this.
And then I'm just gonna stay there. I don't want 3 opportunity attacks.
Okay, bringing up at the bottom of the round, Blade, currently kind of off in the corner, standing next to Locris, and the two of you seem to be going toe to toe with a couple of these flesh golems. One of which has been thoroughly pummeled, spelled, shot with arrows, but still, alas, seems hell-bent on crushing you.
All right. I think I'm going to. Can I move? I guess basically. Sorry. Like dance around Golem 1 there to like get basically on the other side of where like Locris is. So like if we have him in the middle without incurring opportunity attack.
Yeah, you want to try to flank him so you guys can get a little advantage there?
Yeah. I want to move right on the other side of him, basically on the edge of the difficult terrain there.
Yeah, easily enough done. You kind of dance about.
And then I'm going to with my lute, I'm going to pull it out and take one nice strum, and you see a silvery mist kind of rush up the legs of Golem 2, 1, 2, 3, and 5 and 6. And I'm going to cast at 4th level Bane.
Ooh, Bane. So what do you need from me?
So I need a charisma saving throw. And I'm hoping these guys aren't charismatic.
They're so not charismatic. It's actually -3, so.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
I'm just gonna give them lump them all together rather than roll it out for each one in this particular instance. So, 1, 2, 3, 6, and 5, all currently baned.
Perfect. So they have a whatever a 1d4 subtracted from their attacks. And then I'm going to go ahead and give as a bonus action Gladier a little bit of love in here. I'm gonna shower him with some encouragement. I'm going to look at him, put out my arm, and just say to him, where is it? Oh, what am I going to say? Oh, I'm blank. Gladier, Gladier, if your armor shining so bright, please put your sword through Nailus Park tonight. And yeah, so Gladier, you have a 1d10 added.
Nice. D10 of inspo your way.
And I think that'll do it for me.
All right. So, Blade bringing up the bottom of the round. We're going to go back to the top. I'll drop a new pick of the feed real quick. But, Locris, you kind of, these golems you've been wailing on finally have come to life and now stand before you. But you are up. I'll drop a feed in just, pick in the feed in just a sec.
I will yell out, "Get back, foul demon!" and take 2 more swings.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
Let's see if everybody likes me. $30 and a 15.
Both hit for sure.
All right. 8 plus 12 is 20 points of piercing damage.
All right.
I'll just yell, "Die, you piece of shit." And end my turn.
A couple more solid thumps with the mace, and you do notice some of the stitching doesn't seem to quite be holding the flesh as tight as it once was. He's taken a bit of a beating, seen some wear and tear for sure. Logos, you are up. You have your own flesh golems snashing and smashing at you. Your comrades are in a similar way, pretty much in every part of the room.
Okay, how high is the ceiling in here?
It's decently high, roughly probably 15 feet. It's got like a chandelier hanging over where the tea party once was, but yeah, it's a fairly high ceiling, 15 feet. So.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bonus action move my hunter's mark to this golem in front of me, and I'm gonna use a free action to switch to the my musket, and I'm gonna fire 2 shots at this thing.
All right, go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
Son of a bitch. First one's a natural 1. Second one is a 22.
22 hits for sure.
And that's 15 points of damage. And with my boots of the mobile, since I've attacked him, he doesn't get an opportunity attack. I'm going to use my movement to back up into the wall and then use whatever movement I have left to go up the side of the wall using my cloak of arachnida, where I can move up and down across vertical surfaces while leaving my hands free.
Okay, yeah, you can easily get out of reach of this golem by going, 12, 15 feet up the wall as you kind of stand staring at the party. Kind of, it's a little different. It's definitely a good point of view, I guess. Kind of weird. It reminds me of that painting with all the stairwells going in every direction.
Oh shoot! And with that, with the hunter's mark, it gets an extra 1d6. Oh, I fucked that up. Extra, so 20 points total. And that'll be my turn.
Okay, excellent. That brings us back down to the layer action, all of the dancing shadows and whatnot. Blade, I'm going to need you to give me an insight check.
Ooh, insight. All right. All right, +2. 5.
Okay, so as you're kind of doing this little dance with this golem, suddenly you have a weird sensation, a weird smell kind of washes over you. And at first, it's just different enough to notice, like a very almost overwhelmingly pungent perfume of some kind. And then, with warm breath on the back of your neck, a young woman whispers, "Only I get to play with my toys." And out of the shadows, Nayla appears once again in front of you, Blade Silverstring. You did not beat her deception check with your insight check, so this attack is going to count as a sneak attack.
Gulp. Oh no.
So we're looking at a 26 as well as a 12 to hit.
On that, he's within 30 feet, correct?
Yes, he's just on. You're flanking this one of these golems with him, so he's only like 10 feet.
I would like to use my reaction to use my cloud rune to take that 26 and impose it on the golem in front of me.
What?
Okay,
Excuse the fuck out of me.
So it
hit me with
says,
the language.
in
So
addition, all right, okay, so cloud rune. When you or a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to invoke the rune and choose a different creature within 30 feet of you other than the attacker. The chosen creature becomes the target of the attack using the same roll. This magic can transfer the attack's effects regardless of the attack's range. Once you invoke this rune, you can't do so until you finish a short or long rest.
well played, sir.
Oh,
And I have the cloud rune engraved upon the grip of my shield, so I activate it, and you see a cloud just fly off from it, kind of envelop her, and then move on to the golem and takes the attack and deals all that damage to him.
Well, let me roll out some attacks. So for her claw attack, she's definitely. Let me roll out some damage here. Fucking okay. So, yeah, for whatever reason, explain to me how this this cloud rune manifests in your mind, and how it kind of like redirects this blow into the golem. Like, how does the magic kind of manifest?
So I see it as the way he grips the rune, you see it just this cloud go out to where I can see the attack and just envelop it. So she swings wildly, but all that energy goes into the cloud and it pushes off onto the other golem and just releases all that energy directly onto it.
The one claw attack that comes in hot, redirected and whatnot, the transfer of the damage is enough to rip the golem's head clean off. The golem collapses to the ground and is no more. However, she still does have a bite attack coming towards you, Blade. One more roll of the dice here. That's a 17 to hit.
yeah, it does miss.
Well, as she attempts to get a good shot of the sneak attack in, your allies and your armor class saved you. But alas, as she kind of comes back into the realm with the layer action. That is her held action. So, Renwick, we're moving on down. You are up. I'll take a new pick real quick.
Aye, aye, Captain. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna stab and shoot again. It's just a matter of who.
Currently, you and Gladier are 2-on-3 in it, but you have you are flanking one of these individuals. Here we go.
Fair enough. Well, I'll go ahead and swing for the flanked one to clear some of these meat shields out. There's a nat 20. Fuck
Very
yes.
nice.
All right, so all rolled dice. That's gonna be. Let's see. Advantage means sneak attacks 5 plus d8. I rolled garbage on the damage though. God damn it. 13. 14 doubled, so 28 damage with the rapier, and I need a con save from you, sir. And then
Con save.
here's a.
Sorry, con save is a 8 plus 4, so 14.
14. I think it's a fucking.
What creature is this?
Yeah, DC 14.
It is Golem 5, I believe.
Okay, so he should have Bane on him, so he's got a 1d4 minus from his saving throws as well.
Oh shit! And DC 14, he rolled a 14, so
Yeah.
that is automatic. Shit, yeah.
Extra
So
damage coming out. Good thing you got
it's an
it,
additional 7 damage, and since that's from the rapier, that's included in the crit, right?
I would have to say, yeah.
So that's an additional 14 damage. So 28, 14, 32. 12 of which, or sorry, 14 of which is cold damage.
Very nice.
And if it's still there, then I'm going to shoot a radiant bolt, and that's going to be a 26 to hit for an additional 8 points plus 6, so 14 points of. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, I fucked that up. 12 points of radiant damage from the bolt.
You bury your rapier and a glowing crossbow bolt deep into this thing's chest. It still stands, but some of the stitching looks to be not quite as tight as it once was.
And since that's the only one I'm in direct melee with, shit, I don't want to leave you surrounded. I guess I'm gonna hang. Actually, no, I'm gonna shift over so that I am between 5 and 6, so that I'm right there with Gladier. I'll just shift diagonal.
Okay, excellent.
That way I'm out of difficult terrain too, and that'll be my turn.
All right, moving on down from Renwick is the golems. So first of all, Golem 2, he is still kind of on a smash rampage coming at Locris. I'll have to roll some Bane for this as well. But that first attack is only a 12 to hit, which I believe misses even without the Bane. And the next one is a 14 to hit, which I believe also misses without the Bane.
Correct.
Logos is too far up the wall for Golem 3 to continue attacking him. Golem 3, seeing Nayla in distress, will take the 10 feet of movement it takes to engage Blade and do so. So, yes. Okay, so 19 to hit minus 1 for 18 to hit armor class Blade.
Just misses.
And the second attack comes out to a 9, so I don't imagine that hits either. Once again, this bumbling large golem just kind of splinters the floor all around you guys, leaving giant divots. So we're gonna move down to 4, 5, and 6. Let's see here. 6 going at all of them really still kind of focused on Gladir, as that was their last order. So it'll be a 22, but let's bane him. So a dirty 20 to hit Gladir.
A dirty 20? That misses.
Okay.
21 AC, baby.
Nice. The next attack at a 19 also doesn't quite need the bane. Coming in hot with the next. Oh, that's going to be a miss even without the bane. 19 again, even without the bane. So these golems are essentially trying to just pummel you thoroughly, Gladir. And why a quick sidestep and a quick toss up of the shield here and there. You seem to be absorbing their blows and not taking any damage just fine. None of them managed to land a blow. Once again, 4 or 5 attacks just kind of pummel the ground you were standing on as you sidestep and block most of the incoming blows. Moving on down from the golems. Nayla. Nayla's kind of in a precarious moment, but she just kind of glances at you, Blade. She, for whatever reason, these pseudopods that seem to be holding her up, they undulate. They both grow and shrink depending on her needs. And currently, she is standing eye to eye. So though she's a halfling, most of her body is these black tentacles, and she's staring deeply into your eyes. But she just kind of smiles and blushes a little bit and waves with a little bit of a giggle.
No.
Gladir, you're up.
Alrighty. We need to get rid of these fucking golems. I'm gonna hit the flanked golem again. See if you can take him out.
All right, give me some attack rolls. Renwick kind of sidestepped, but it's pretty close. I think you even got it.
So, do I still have advantage?
Yeah, I'll say you guys are. One of you's on. You're not exactly opposite sides, but you're technically flanking it. Correct.
Okay. That's a 17 plus 10, 27 to hit.
Oh, for sure hits.
That is 6 plus 6, another 12 slashing damage. And second attack is a dirty 20 for 13 slashing damage. 25 slashing total. Let me throw on try the biting cold again on that last one of those attacks.
Okay.
So another con save.
Throw out a con save. 17 plus 4 becomes 21.
Okay. Yep. He's safe.
Nonetheless, the overall damage is enough. Go ahead and tell me how you end this beast, Gladir.
Oh boy. Yeah, just I tell Renwick to I just yell out and duck, and I just kind of slash him 2 times across the chest, and then just drop kick him, and we do the old tabletop, and he just flips over Renwick onto the broken earth behind him.
Nicely done. You get quite the evil glare from Nayla, who does kind of like the exorcist thing, while mostly focused on Blade and being charming and kind of blushing. Once you damage her dolls, her head spins completely around while her body does not move, and she gives you an evil glare as her eyes kind of glow red.
Oh shit! I don't think your head's supposed to spin like that. That can't be healthy.
Get that checked out.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna keep my concentration on Shield of Faith, so no bonus action for me because I only got spells for bonus actions. So that'll be my turn.
Okay, Blade, you are up.
Oh God. So Nayla, she is right next to me, or should be close to me. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's right there.
I'll send an updated pic real quick. Sorry, my 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 tech is being a little slow today.
No, it's all good.
Okay, so yeah, you are in fact kind of flanked. Actually, one of these golems seems hellbent on crushing you on one side, and on the other is this Nayla, who's looking like she's trying to endear you for whatever reason.
Mm. Oh man. All right. I'm going to look at Nayla, and I'm gonna just peer into her eyes and just say, "Listen, if you're gonna play with your toys, you got to play nicely with them. You can't smash them and hit them. There, you got to be careful if you want them to last." And I'm gonna do a little bit of vicious mockery at her.
Excellent. What do you need from me?
This is gonna be a wisdom saving throw.
With a natural 6, I don't believe she's going to cut it. However, she's going to use her only legendary resistance to choose to pass instead.
Son of a bitch. And Blade will just kind of look at her and wink a little bit and just say, should have worked. And oh God, yeah, because this golem's flanking me. Well, I am going to use my. Let me just make sure I can do it on a bonus action. Sorry, I'm just looking up the spell.
No worries.
Oh my God, why? Where is it? I don't think I can do it on a. I don't think I can. I should know this by now. Oh my gosh, I can do it. Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm going to with a snap of my finger. I'm going to bonus action Misty Step um, out from her mist to. I think the others. I want to go to the other side of the difficult terrain.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, well played. With the quick poof of this mist, you like basically Nightcrawler from one side of the difficult terrain to the other. Very nice.
And I'll look once again to Nayla and say, "Oh, yoo-hoo, over here." And I think that'll be it for me.
Okay, so moving down, Blade is the bottom of the round, so we go back up to the top. Locris, you are up.
Right. So after seeing how the Cloud Rune was so helpful, Locris feels the power of giants within him, and as a bonus action, I magically gain giant might for 1 minute. So Locris grows bigger into a size large, no longer medium. And I get to do an extra 1d6 damage once per turn on a hit.
Very nice.
And then I'm going to smash number 2, who's right in front of me.
Excellent. Give me some attack rolls.
Dirty 20 and 26.
Both hit.
Three and a 4, 7 plus 12 is 19, plus a d6. 2 for 21 points of damage.
All right. Yeah. Excellent. Land a couple of another solid blows on these giant flesh monsters.
And that will end my turn.
All right, moving on down. Logos, about 15 feet in the air, standing sideways on the wall. You are watching all of this go down. How do you proceed?
I'm going to switch back to my bow, and I'm going to the one that I have hunter's mark. I'm going to continue to fire at that one.
Okay, that would be Golem 3. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
That's 21 and a nat 20.
Very nice. Both hit.
Okay, so that's gross. I rolled 2 4s. So 15 from the crit plus I'm gonna roll a d12 for the double the hunter's mark. So 19 points of damage total from the crit. And 11 points plus 4 points. So 15 plus 19 for my 2 attacks. 34 points of damage. No. Can't do math right now. Yeah, 34, I think.
All right, excellent. What? Any movement or anything, or?
I mean, if I could get a little more up the wall to get out of range, get it like to maybe like 10 more feet, even if I'm like hanging upside down.
Yeah, you've kind of reached the top of the wall at this point, but you could move to the ceiling if you'd like and just kind of be upside down, moving kind of like in the direction of the difficult terrain.
Yeah, I'll just be hanging upside down like a bat.
Okay, yeah, as you kind of make your way forward a little bit. Coming on down, once again, that is the layer action. And as Nayla's attention seems to be torn between hating Gladier and casting loving looks and maybe even blowing a kiss in the direction of Blade. And once again, you guys see Nayla's form just seems to explode. It's like it explodes into shadows, and these shadows dart to every corner and nook and cranny of the room. All of your shadows suddenly resemble the silhouette of Nayla, and several others, inanimate objects, the golem's shadows. You notice that she disappears from battle. Going on down from the layer action, that would be Renwick. You are up.
Well, if she just disappeared in that case, might as well just keep smashing away with Gladier over here. So, let's see, that's going to be a dirty 20 with the rapier.
For sure hits.
Sick. If you want to give me a DC 14 con save. And this is a sneak attack.
I might use Avery for this one. I've been like killing you guys on con saves. I'm really good at those today, I guess. Let's see if Avery has
actually
mercy.
rolled decent fucking damage. There's 20,
13.
20,
Oh fuck, I failed one.
13. So 27 points of damage with an additional 5 points of cold damage. So 32 points of damage on that. And that guy's still standing?
Oh yes.
Just making sure.
You bury it to the hilt, but he seems to not even flinch.
Word. And Radiant Bolt. It's going to be a 24 to hit, so that'll be 7 points of radiant damage.
Nicely done. Bury a bolt deep in his chest. Now he's got like a glowing hole in his, in his chest cavity.
And I think that's going to be my turn. I'm going to stay backing up Gladier, I think.
All right. So, moving on down from Renwick. That would be the remaining golems. Well, Golem 2 probably would continue to try to smash Locris, despite his now much largeness. 17 plus 7 becomes 24. Hold on, let me grab a d4. 24 minus 3, so 21 to hit Locris.
21 hits.
18 plus 7, so I got a 25. Hold on, minus the Bane. Also a 3, so 22 hits. Okay. So, let me grab a d8 here. Shit, can't believe they actually hit. Fuck, they've been missing this whole battle. You are looking at an even 20 points of bludgeoning damage from the 2 smash attacks. Finally, one of these slow, lumbering attacks gets through, and they pack quite a wallop. Golem 3 has actually been instructed, or given a target, rather, of Blade. So he follows Blade across the difficult terrain. And Blade, a couple of attacks. The first one is an 18 to hit. I don't believe hits you, even without the Bane.
Correct.
The next one is 19 on the die, becomes a 26. Minus 2 becomes a 24 to hit.
That will connect.
Comes out to a 9 plus 4, so 13 points of bludgeoning damage. As one of these massive fists finally strikes true. 4 and 6, still targeting Gladier, Tanky Tankerson over here. 2 plus the 7, 9 to hit. I'm not even going to try to bane that. 6 plus the 7 only becomes 13 to hit. Don't need to bane that. A natural 1. And a natural 3. So once again, these flesh golems, they must she must have miswired them, not put their brains together right, because they are not very hand-eye coordinated, as they seem to throw their limbs and smash into the ground and off of Gladier's shield and into the wall, but not quite finding any purchase. Moving down from the golems would be Nayla. Nayla is currently Not on the battlefield. You guys are not sure what she's up to. So, moving on down from there. Gladier, you're up.
Alright. Man, I'm tired of losing fucking Nayla. Boy. Can I look around to see if there's any any of the shadows are more, I don't know, like prominent or detailed, or just look more like solid than any of the others?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
God fucking damn it. It's not even funny anymore. I mean, it's still funny. That's a 7 perception. Just, I cannot. I don't know what it is, but just can't roll perception.
Uh, from what you could tell, they are all very similar, but the one standing in place where your shadow should be seems to be making obscene hand gestures and pointing and laughing at you particularly.
I think Grader just rolls his eyes and then goes to strike goal number 6. Try and knock these guys out.
Okay, great. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
Alright. Are we doing a flanking rolls for this or no?
Yeah, you're Renwick's north, you're east, so it's technically different sides, right? I think it'll count.
However you want to roll it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, might as well be flanking. I mean, I'll tip my hand. Their armor class is 9, so you're probably gonna hit regardless.
Okay, well, I rolled a 17 and a nat 20.
Excellent.
Crit on the first one. And I rolled garbage on damage. That's 9 times 2 is 18. I'll try the biting cold again. See if I can get them to fucking fail a con save.
Oh man, I think I did it again. I should have used Avery like I did for Renwick, but I rolled an 11, but it's only a +4, but it does come out to 15.
Damn it. Alright, so only 18 damage for the first one. And that's a 22 on the second attack for only 8 slashing damage. 26 total.
Excellent. You land a couple of firm blows with your Kopesh. Some of the stitching comes loose. A bit of chunks of flesh fly across the room. The golem still holds, but it's definitely worse for the wear.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, I'm gonna save my stuff for when Nayla pops back out. So I'll just hold there.
All right. And then bringing up the. Is that it? Anything else there, Gladier?
No, I'm just biding my time when Shadow Bitch shows her face.
Excellent. Well, bottom of the round, that would be Blade. You are up.
Can I take a look around the room and see if there's like any like indicator of where Nayla might be? I don't know if that's possible, but
Go ahead and give me a perception check. I put the Locris. I put you on a large-sized square so you to kind of represent your size.
okay, perception is, make sure I have the right number here. Okay. God damn it. 14.
A couple of these shadows seem to be blowing you kisses when you look at them. But aside from that, they are all identical, and there are over a dozen in the room.
No. Okay. So I would like to ready an action for when Nayla reappears. But with that being said, can you still do, if you ready an action, that's just your action, but I can still do a bonus action on my turn.
Correct.
Okay. So I'd like to ready an action for when Nayla reappears. And as a bonus action, I would like to give Locris a little bit of inspiration.
Excellent. So naturally I have two questions. One, what does this inspiration sound like for Locris? And two, what is the triggers of your held action just whenever Nayla appears?
Yep. Whenever she appears, I have a spell ready for her.
Excellent. All right.
And I'm going to look at Locris and be like, Locris, mighty and really quite tall. Destroy these golems, crush them into rubble.
You have me going there. I thought you were going to rhyme at the end.
But yeah.
Well,
And I have this golem right in front of me. I don't. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just stay put and just kind of do that. You know, you put your thumb on your nose and kind of wiggle your fingers in the air at the golem there.
Its shadow reacts, but it remains stoic. All right. Bottom of the round would be Blades, so back up to the top. Locris in his large form. What are you doing?
So after the golem hits me the second time, you see just red cover Locris's eyes, and he starts cursing once again in Infernal. And he's going to go ham on this golem in front of him.
Excellent. Give me some attack rolls.
18 and 14.
Both hit for sure.
That's going to be 9 plus 12 is 21 plus 2 for 23 points of piercing damage, magical. And burn an action surge. And hit him 2 more times.
All right. 2 more attack rolls.
Okay, I hit him 1 more time.
His AC is only 9. I mean, just so you know, you might get away with a low one.
A natural 1 doesn't do anything.
Oh, okay, true.
You do have inspo.
You make up for it. You make up for it with a natural 20.
Very nice.
So that'll still be 9, but I can only add 6 this time for 15 points more of piercing damage.
Once again, you seem to loosen a bit of stitching here and there, but the golem is stoic and does not react to pain. But yeah, you've definitely put it through the ringer, put some damage upon it.
And that will end my turn as he is just raging at this golem right now.
All right, excellent. Let me make a note here. Boosh. Okay, Logos, you are standing upside down on the ceiling, looking down upon this entire situation. What do you do?
I'm just gonna keep firing at the hunters, at the one that got marked.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls, as the one you have marked is currently stalked blade across the room and is trying to crush him.
24 on the first one, and another natural 20 on the second one.
Very nice. You guys are rolling hot.
The D&D Beyond is being way too good to me right now. Okay, so 18 points on 5. 23 points total on the crit. Plus 10 plus. Oh, wait. Messed up. Plus 16, so 23 plus 16 for 39 points of damage total.
That is exactly the threshold. Tell me how you take this beastie down.
I'd imagine that as my arrows, Logus would have been like aiming for the parts that like are stitched, so as finally as that whatever's holding this flesh golem together leaves it, that all the stitching that had been slowly been nicked away just falls apart, and the golem just falls into pieces like different types of body parts all over the floor as it comes apart.
As it unravels and falls to the ground, do you have any movement or anything you want to take?
No, but I'll bonus action move my hunter's mark to let me look at them. Let me take a look at the map.
Currently, you have golems 2, 4, and 6. 2 is engaging Locris, while 4 and 6 are engaging Gladier and Renwick.
I'm gonna move it to the one in front of Locris,
Excellent.
and I'll stay put on the ceiling.
Okay, change the hunter's mark real quick. Boosh. Okay. Moving on down. Logos. From Logos. So, Blade, you had told me that when Nayla appears, you have a spell ready. However, I'm going to need an insight check from you first.
Oh, no. Okay. Fuck. Oh, no. An 8.
Alas,
Oh.
not so much this time. She, once again, you get like an overwhelming scent of like perfume, and a whisper in your ear from behind you says, "Don't tell me how to play with my toys, but your hair does smell nice." And she attacks.
Oh, God.
So the first 2 claw attacks. The first one is going to be 22. The second one is going to be 24. Hits, I assume?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, let me double check here. Yep. Alright. So, 2 claw attacks comes 6 plus an additional 7, so 13 slashing damage from the claws themselves. However, let me roll out some sneak attack damage as well.
Oh, God. Forgot it was sneak.
You take an additional 20 points of slashing damage.
So 13 and 20.
Correct. And finally, Nayla's bite attack. Boo, 12 to hit? Lame. She chomps vigorously at you, but does not quite find purchase. But she does appear directly in front of you, Blade Silverstring. So, what was your held spell? She is standing toe-to-toe with you currently.
So I am going to cast Synaptic Static on her. It's got a 20-foot radius, but I'll cast it kind of behind so it doesn't hit myself. And yes, so that's a let me just, I can read the language here. You choose a point within range and cause psychic energy to explode. Each creature in the 20-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make an intelligence saving throw. Yeah, so I guess that's the first step.
An intelligence saving throw, you say?
Correct.
Okay, so before we get into it, what did you say the parameters on the spell were? What's the radius on it?
It's a 20-foot radius.
I will say there is not a spot in this room where you can just hit Nayla. You can just hit her and not yourself, but the 20-foot radius of that spell would also hit Gladier and one golem.
Oh boy.
You could still cast it. I'm just letting you know the parameters.
No, that's fair. Yeah, Gladier, what's your intelligence?
Here, I sent an updated pic so you kind of see where you're at. But with the 20-foot radius, it would be pretty difficult to not hit Gladier.
I think you would know by now that I try to be tactical, but I'm not always the smartest.
That's fair. That's fair. I am going to, let's see. Decisions. Well,
what does the spell do again?
It's going to do 8d6 psychic damage on a failed intelligence save.
Oh, okay.
Along with some other nasty stuff.
Yeah. I was about to say just do it, but that sounds rough.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to can I center it closer to myself so I would be in it and no one else?
Let's see here. So that'll be 4 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Centered it there. 1, 2. I mean, anyway, you kind of cut the cake. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess if you centered it right in the middle of the room, Logos is technically on the ceiling. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, but yeah, there's really it would then envelop Renwick. I think like there's really not a place where you could just. Well, if Logos is upside down on the ceiling and you put it back, like kind of center it on the northern half of the, well, that hits Locris. Yeah, there's really not a place where you're gonna set off a 20-foot radius spell, unless you kind of get more like centered or cornered or something, or get some of your allies out of the way. But you can still do it. I don't mind PvP. That's awesome. That's my favorite.
Yeah, just roll a die to determine which one of us you're going to sacrifice for this shot.
Do it.
Oh God, it's not worth it, man. That's this could really fuck people up. Yeah, I'm going to can I just forfeit the spell or just not do it? I mean, still use the slot, but not cast.
Yeah, if you want to, I will say that just because of the order that it happened. When you have to hold an action, essentially you're already prepping the spell. So you can choose to let it fizzle, essentially like counterspelling your own self, for freebies, but it will cost you the spell slot if you don't cast the spell.
John, would you say that Blade has been fighting with me long enough to know that anyone close to me gets a little extra divine boost to saving throws like this?
I would say Blade is probably familiar with your holy aura at this point.
Because Renwick would get a little +3.
Yeah, it would give me a +9 on the save.
If you don't want to burn it and waste it.
You know what, Will? In all honesty, if you want to take the shot, man, I'm willing to roll the dice on that one. Because worst case, it's going to tell a real fun story.
Oh yeah, Runwick, how'd your character die? Oh, my own dude fucking melted me.
Well, I mean, I'm at full health right now, so I can take the damage, and I have decent scores. So if I do end up taking the hit and I have to worry about the D6 penalty, like, we'll be okay.
We all know you're the secret BBEG. You can stop pretending like you're not.
I say take the shot.
So
This shit reminds me of.
So,
All right.
go ahead.
I was gonna say it reminds me of in Infinity War when Iron Man has Drax on the floor and he's got that cannon to his face.
Blade, I did some quick math as I'm kind of doing some measuring, and I realized if you center that spell on Nayla, only you and Nayla will be affected.
I am going to fire it off where it would be Oh wait, hold on. I got to roll concentration for the for those other hits. I just realized.
Oh yeah, I did nick you. See if that Bane's still rolling or not.
Because I don't want to lose that. So, and I'm sorry, concentration works. I always get this messed up.
It's half of the DC or 10, whichever is higher. Or half of the damage or 10, whichever is higher.
Okay. So I got advantage on it. I have rolled a 2 on the first one, so that's not good. 16. Okay, so that's
maintains. You still hold your Bane.
And that was for the first one because you hit me twice, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Second one is an 8 and a 1. I lose concentration.
Ah, bummer. Way to play honest though. The Bane fades. These flesh golems look all the more menacing.
God damn it. Okay, well, let's. I can really turn the tide of battle here. Let's
Renwick's
see.
going to look over at you, seeing you holding that spell as she comes back in and you make eye contact, and he just gives you a wink and nods.
All right, I'm gonna fire it off with Renwick being the one in that question or to be hit.
Excellent. I guess give me an intelligence saving throw, Renwick.
All right, you said it's a +3 from you, Gladier?
Yep.
All right, I'm using the die you got me, Will.
Oh, you're screwed, dude.
It's a nat 1, but I reroll.
Oh, don't you have
Oh my
inspiration?
god, don't do that to me.
That's a total of a 24.
Nice. You and Nayla rolled similar, unfortunately for Blade. 23 for Nayla.
Damn.
So is that like half damage or something? Or
Yeah, she takes half damage, and if I remember correctly, does holding an action does that Um, does that take up my reaction?
I mean, technically, you're using your action in place of your reaction, so technically, I think so. But I don't, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that ruling as written.
Well, DM's choice.
Well, I mean, like, there's the action economy and whatnot. Like when Nayla had held her turn, and the layer action kind of combines with her turn essentially, but she popped back into the round and essentially couldn't do anything because I had already used her that turn. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's confusing, but I'll look into it. But we'll have to roll as rules as written for now. Yeah, we'll say that probably burns your reaction to hold your standard action.
All right, so that's I think just going to be half damage. Let me roll it out for both of you guys, right? So
nice. What is it? 8d6 you said?
yeah. Yep, 8d6. So let me so 12 points of damage.
Excellent.
All right. Well, definitely not my best move, but I guess it could have gone worse.
As this spell kind of cracks off, how do you imagine it manifests? Like, what does this magic look like to you?
I think as Blade was looking around, trying to get an eye on her, her basically popping up right in front of him just completely catches him by surprise, and you just see his like eyes kind of like light up with the silver, and just this like silver electricity just like goes down through him and kind of goes up Nayla, but then tracks over to Renwick as well and zaps him a little bit as well. Yeah.
Excellent. And as Nayla kind of reappears on the battlefield, we're moving on down. Renwick, I believe you're up.
All right, and just to confirm, Nayla is fully visible now.
Correct. Currently in melee with Blade.
Most excellent. Just wanted to make sure. So yeah, when he gives you the wink and the nod, I imagine the static hits him, and he just gets stuck in that pose, and his eye just keeps winking for like a second, and he eventually kind of like shakes it off and sees that Nayla's reappeared, and he's just gonna bolt straight to her. She's within 25 feet, I believe. Considering we were just hit by the same 20-foot radius spell, so
exactly. You have to kind of go. You could go around the terrain and make it 25 feet exactly to be in melee with her.
Yeah, that works. So I'm going to take a swing since I'm flanking with Blade. That's going to be a 29 to hit with the rapier.
Oh, that hits.
Sick. And that procs sneak attack. $26 points of damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw from you, sir.
Damn, 17 on the die becomes 21.
Fair enough. But 26 points of damage, and then shot with the Radiant Crossbow. Or Radiant Bolt, rather. 26 to hit.
Oh, hits for sure.
Sick. It's going to be an additional 12 points of radiant damage. Roll a 6.
Once you strike her with the radiant damage, all of the love and affection she's currently doting upon Blade turns to anger and hatred as she turns her back to Blade and turns her head kind of to you. Very, very animalistic. This version of Nayla looks to be more bestial than humanoid at this point.
And Renwick's just gonna kind of look up and grin and just be like, your brother. I thought he was fucking hideous, but dear God.
Oh, very nice. Moving on down. We got some golems action. So, Golem 2, no longer baned. Gonna come at Locris. Let's see here. 10 to hit, I imagine does not. And 11 to hit. A 10 and an 11 to hit.
So wing and a miss. I'm too big for him.
This creature just bashes the floor beneath your feet. Moving on down to, we'll call it Golem 4. Either way, they're both attacking Gladier. So let's see. 14 to hit does not. Dirty 20 to hit.
That's a miss.
Oh yeah, 21. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Couple coming from 6. That's another dirty 20. Bullshit, and much less 9. Once again, these golems are just, bouncing off your shield, bouncing off the wall, pummeling the walls, the floor, occasionally themselves, anything but you, Gladier, as you seem to be just bobbing and weaving, bashing with the shield when and where you can. It seems to be working out. Moving on down from the golems, Nayla. With her anger and hatred all focused up on Renwick. Go ahead. I think I have to roll this. Renwick, go ahead and give me a charisma saving throw. Yeah, charisma saving throw. Sorry.
Okay. I
3.
don't know how I feel about that.
Is this a charmed effect?
It is.
I think I have something for that. Yes. Aura of devotion. While you are conscious, friendly creatures, including yourself, within 10 feet can't be charmed.
Oh, well, lucky you, Renwick. Well, you don't even have to make the save.
I had protection from evil and good cast too, so on top of that, I am doubly immune to charmed, frightened, and
my
possessed.
Goodness, I forgot about that because it was last session. I wrote it down too. I just spaced it.
I left myself a note at the top of these session notes last week so I wouldn't forget.
Well, much like a frustrated child, she points to Gladier while glaring at you and says, kill him for me now. And as you kind of have no reaction, she stomps several of her tentacles onto the ground in a very frustrated look, but alas, nothing. Moving on down from Nayla. Gladier, you are up.
Alrighty. Let me see where everyone is at. Sent a lot of gifs.
I'll drop a new pick here just a second. Okay. Sorry, I'm slacking on that.
No, you're good. And probably, actually, no, if Nail is up. GIFs, GIFs, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know.
Okay, so Locris, still huge, still going toe-to-toe with one of these monsters. We got Logos walking across the ceiling firing arrows. And Nayla is currently being flanked by Blade and Renwick, while you are currently being flanked by a couple of golems.
Okay. I don't like how she is so dead set on Blade. Um, I'm gonna take one step north, so I'm still in melee range of the two golems,
Correct.
but I believe that puts me within 15 feet of Nayla. Is that right?
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, diagonally, it's kind of a stretch, but technically it is 3 squares. So yeah, I'll allow it for
Okay.
sure.
All right. Actually, um, yeah. So yeah, I want to do that, but I think the 15 feet doesn't matter. Oh man, is she strong, or should I just fucking? Um. Okay. So I'm gonna take out. I haven't think I've only used this like once. So I'm gonna whip out my blunderbuss and just like yell for Nayla. Just be like, Nayla, if you want me dead, you gotta come do it yourself. And then I'm just gonna pop a shot at her with my fucking shotgun.
Very nice. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Alright, so that is a +5 to hit. Oh no. Well, good thing I've got inspiration. I'm gonna use that because I rolled a 2. So that's a 7 plus. Fuck me. Well, it sounded cool in my head. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit Nayla, unfortunately. As your two comrades flanking her are currently in melee on either side, you unload your blunderbuss and blow a huge chunk of the wall only inches from Renwick's head. You just blow a huge hole in the wall. Suddenly, Renwick, some of this wood and plaster just explodes and splinters outwards.
Well, I just kind of, like grimace a little and, well, hopefully I still got her attention.
If Renwick was 2 inches taller, kill shot for sure.
Does that count as? Let's see. I'm trying to. I don't do ranged attacks often, so I don't know if that counts as my multi attack.
It will count as one attack. However, unless you're like proficient or have gotten some feats, I believe reloading also counts as an attack.
Yeah. So would I have to do? Do I have to do another ranged, or can it be a different kind of attack? It just said, "Oh yeah, you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action." So do I have to do? Can I like swing my sword or?
I'll say if you could just drop the blunderbuss and draw the sword and attack. So it'd be easy enough. You can make a melee attack.
Okay. Um. Actually, instead of that, I'm s- I'm gonna try again with another ranged weapon. Yeah, shit, that
Okay.
didn't work. I'm gonna pull out the yanking javelin that we got from the knolls. Um, and I'm gonna try and hit Nayla and pull her 10 feet closer to me.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Okay. That's much better. I wish I had gotten that on the blunderbuss. That's 18 plus 8 to hit is a 26.
Oh, that hits for sure.
Alright, so it's 1d6 plus 4 damage piercing. So that's only 7 piercing damage, but it says I didn't write down a DC. But it says a strength save or pull 10 feet towards me. Do you remember or do you want to decide what the DC would be for that?
Um, was it a DC or was it like an opposed athletics or something like that?
Oh, maybe it was opposed athletics. That would make sense.
We could do yeah, because currently, well, shoot, I wish I had those notes somewhere. I set them somewhere funny, and I cannot.
It's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
Let's call it an opposed athletics check for now.
Okay. All right.
But you better roll great, because I'm looking at a 21.
Jesus. Oh boy. That's a 19 on the die plus 8 athletics.
Very nice. So Nayla yanked 10 feet into this debris, this kind of rough terrain that Logos has created. Yanked 10 feet in your direction there, Gladier.
Okay. And I can't remember, but Roanoke makes a good point. Did we stay grappled when we got hit with these javelins and we were holding onto the chain? So would she still be like technically grappled or restrained or something?
I believe she's currently grappled, yes, unless she takes an action to remove the javelin.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm gonna stay there and hold on to that fucking javelin or the chain and end my turn there.
You land the javelin, you pull the chain taut, you yank her towards you. She's still hell-bent on staring at both Blade and Renwick and, fighting your pull, but just not quite hard enough. Going back to the top of the round. Wait. Bottom of the round. Sorry. Blade, you're up. Is that it, Gladier? Do you have any movement or anything you want to do?
No, I'm just gonna stay there.
All right, Blade, you are up. Currently, this javelin strikes Nayla, and Gladier begins pulling her toward him. Here, I'll snap a new pic real quick, but she is only a few feet away.
Okay. Blade is going to put his after kind of getting walloped by her a little bit and facing a little bit of defeat, he's going to kind of he has his lute out and he's going to kind of swing it over his back and kind of turn around, and maybe from the bottom of his pack is his concertina, and he is going to pull that out, and he's going to look at Nayla and say, Nayla, I think you've got it a little bit wrong here. I think you're going to be the toy now. And I'm going to start playing the concertina and use the irresistible dance on her.
Oh, nice. One of her tentacles begins tapping and then followed suit by another pseudopod. And eventually she's doing like a very complex and ornate 12-stepped type of like tap dance in place. And strangely enough, she seems excited. Ooh, I love dancing.
Well, you're going to be doing a lot more of it. And I'm going to, for a bonus action, I'm going to chug down a greater healing potion.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll that out.
And that'll be it for me. I'll get that rolled out.
Excellent. Okay, back to the top of the round. Chris, you are up. Still giant. Still going toe-to-toe with one of these flesh golems. That's not looking so great.
Chris, smash. And we'll start with one hit to see if that's enough to do it.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
14.
Hits for sure.
That'll be 3 plus 6s. Oh, it's plus 8. That's right, because it's a different weapon. So I've been shorting myself. 3 plus 8 is 11, plus 2 is 13. Still up.
You strike it so hard, more stitching falls loose. It looks like one of the arms goes limp, but it is still barely standing.
Then extra attack. 15
Hits.
and 10 points of piercing damage.
And that is enough to push it over the threshold. Tell me how you take down this golem.
So as he's just seeing red in front of him because he doesn't like getting hit, he's just wailing, just overhanded smash down until the golem is no longer moving. And then he looks up, and which would be nearest to me?
Nearest from you after eliminating the golem. It's kind of a flip of the coin. I would say Blade is nearest to you, as Logos is 15 feet above you on the ceiling. So probably Blade.
Then I'll go chill by Blade. And that ends my turn.
Why'd you say it like that? That was
Okay.
ominous. You're about
That
to
was
kill Blade.
terrifying.
You guys are funny. Logos, you are up. You are currently standing upside down on the ceiling. Nayla in a chain tug-of-war with Gladier. Gladier surrounded by these flesh golems.
Who goes after me? Is it Renwick?
Technically it's a layer action, but then yes, after that, Renwick.
And who's he engaged with right now?
Currently, no one. Gladier has pulled Nayla out of their combat zone.
I am going to guiding bolt. Nayla, which would give him advantage on the next attack, which I think would give him sneak attack to his attacks. Where the fuck is it at? Okay, so I'm gonna guiding bolt. That's a 24 to hit on Nayla.
Hits for sure.
Let's see, I'm gonna cast this at second level. So that's 5d6. Which rolled dog shit. I rolled a 1, 5, 3, 1, and a 2. So 12 points of damage, and she's like lit up, like she's like glowing. And so the next person to attack her does so with advantage.
Very nice.
And I'm going to bonus action move my Hunter's Mark to Nayla.
Okay, great. Good call.
And I'm gonna keep hanging around up here.
Excellent. Okay, yeah. As you loose a spell and transfer your Hunter's Mark to another enemy, moving on down is the layer action. Now, I didn't exactly plan for this, so I'm going to roll. Let's just see what's going on. Okay. Gladier. As you have this chain pulled tight, it does not stop Nayla from exploding into the shadows, and the javelin clings to the ground. Once again, all of the shadows in the room are now silhouettes of Nayla, taunting and making obscene gestures towards all of you.
Well,
Let me ask you something, Sean. Since the guiding light, the guiding bolt would have surrounded her in dim light and made her glow, do all her shadows glow, or would we be able to potentially suss out which one's the real Nayla, if any?
Well, I think
I mean,
you
I
might
would-
be onto something there, but what is? Can you read me the language of Hunter's Mark as well? I think you might be onto something.
So guiding bolt is
No. You transferred Hunter's Mark to her.
Hunter's Mark. Okay, hold
Doesn't
on.
Hunter's Mark give you like the location of where the creature is?
You choose a creature you can see with range and mystically mark it as your quarry. Until the spell ends, you do an extra 1d6 to the target, and you have advantage on wisdom, perception, or survival check you make to find it. If the target drops before the target drops to 0 hit points. Yeah, so basically I have advantage on perception and survival checks to see it and track it or track her.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage as you kind of scan the room.
Uh, 2d20. Oh, great. Still an 18.
With an 18, you notice your own shadow on the ceiling. It's the only one that is not Nayla. Everything else, all the shadows of the golems, the shadows of your comrades, all Nayla. But you do not see any shining light. You do not get a good sense of where she may or may not be in the room, as there's a dozen possible locations currently.
The one time I need a goddamn good perception check. Okay.
All right. So, with Nayla freshly disappeared and the chain and javelin clinging to the ground, Renwick, you're up.
I'm sorry. I want to ask a quick question.
Go ahead.
So if she disappeared, like we don't know. I mean, I don't know her abilities and whatnot. But so is she? If she's dancing, she can't move.
Yeah, she would have to spend her standard action to stop herself from dancing.
Okay, gotcha. All right, because that was just a layer action that happened.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. I just wanted to be clear. That's all.
No worries, for sure.
In that case, all right, I'm gonna bonus action summon a tentacle over by number 4. So Renwick, seeing that Nayla has disappeared again, just kind of turns back, looks over, sees the gladiator is still chipping away over there, and just plunges his tentacle hand into the ground, and you see shadows kind of rip across the ground, and a massive tentacle erupts and takes a slam down at number 4.
All right, give me some attack rolls, or at least one, right?
Yeah, and that's going to be +7. Oh, fuck. 11.
Hits.
Oh, no shit. All right. That's a d6 +3. So 5 points of cold damage.
Excellent.
And I'm going to ready a radiant bolt. I want to ready my action to take a shot when Nayla reappears.
Okay, great.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, then moving on down from Renwick, it is the golems. See if we can't land a blow on good old Gladiator over here. So, we're looking. Oh shit! Finally, it's about fucking time. 23 and a 25 to hit, Gladiator.
Yes, those hits.
All right, let me just double check this real quick. Bam. All right, so we're we're looking at 14 damage for the first hit and 8 for the second. So a total of 22 damage from one of these, bludgeoning damage from one of these flesh golems. Oops, the other attacks as well, and fails gloriously, bashing up against your shield and the ground once more.
Alrighty.
Moving on down from the golems is actually Nayla's initiative. You guys aren't really sure where she is or what she's doing. But let's move on down from her. Gladier, you're up.
Okie dokie. So Nayla dipped the fuck out. So we've been, before Renwick went off to help Blade, he was wailing on Golem 6 too, right? Because I've hit it a couple times, I think.
Yes, Golem 6 has definitely seen some wear and tear. He's not, his stitches don't look like they're holding him so tight these days.
Okay. Second question. Is a grapple considered an attack?
Yeah, in this case, you could make a grapple if you'd like.
Okay. Alright, so first off, I'm gonna try and fucking take out number 6. So take my first attack action, slashing him.
Alright, give me an attack roll.
16 plus 10 to hit, 26.
Oh, that hits.
D8 plus, it's 5 plus 6? Yeah. 11 points of damage. No, yeah, 11 points of damage. Slashing.
That is enough. Tell me how you take this guy down.
I just lob its head right off and then just kind of put the tip of my sword in its chest and just kind of push it gently to fall backwards onto its back.
It hits the ground with a thud.
And then I'm going to try and grapple the last. Is it the last? Yeah, the last golem, number 4.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead and give me an attack roll, I guess.
Alright. What would I be adding for that? Just my strength modifier?
Let's see. Do you have any like proficiencies or feats that allow you some fancy shit in grappling? Because I would say you're pretty hardy at this point, right?
Yeah,
Grapple is just a contested strength check, isn't it?
Is that the rules as written for grapple?
Yeah, he does an athletics, and you use athletics or acrobatics to try and avoid.
Oh, you're right. It's right here on my DM screen, for sure. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Ooh, rough. I'm looking at a 6 on the die, but it does become a 10.
Athletics, for me, 8 on the die plus 8, 16.
You successfully grapple this large, stitched together flesh monster.
Alright, so now that I have him grappled, I kind of imagine, I just kind of, wrestler, just move around behind him and kind of put him in a chokehold sort of thing, and then I put my sword up to its neck, and I'm just going to yell out for Nayla. Nayla, you only got one toy left, and if you don't want its head dropping to the ground, you're going to get out here and fight us yourself. And end my turn. Oh, I also need to roll concentration for Shield of Faith, because I forgot to do that.
Oh, yeah. You got a couple of good smacks in there. Go ahead and give me a concentration.
So I think it was 22 total damage. I can't. So that would just be, I think the DC would be 10 for each, because I don't think either one of them are.
Sounds about right.
The first one is a natural 20. And the second one is an 11 plus 6 for con. So,
Great.
Blade, you still have plus 2 AC.
Spell maintained. Very nice.
All right. And that is my turn.
All right. Moving on down to the bottom of the round. Blade Silverstring. Still, one of these flesh golems seems to be grappling with Gladier. Most of the rest of them have been slain, and Nayla nowhere in sight, but there are several shadows throwing you provocative gestures and blowing you kisses.
All right. Can I do another perception check to see if I can figure out maybe some sort of pattern of where she is?
I'm going to say give me an Arcana check to try to find out where she is.
Okay, Arcana. Do-do-do. Arcana 1d20 plus 2 on that modifier. Not gonna be good. Man, 8.
I'd say with an 8, you're not quite sure what kind of magic she is using or how she is manipulating time and space. You're at a loss, unfortunately.
Frustrated, Blade will turn and look at the last golem there and kind of shout out, "All right, Nayla. Well, you chose to not come out and play, so we're gonna have to break your toys." And I'm gonna turn towards the golem there and cast dissonant whispers at it.
Excellent. What do you need from me?
I'm gonna need a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, that's a natural 3. I think I'm gonna fail that one.
All right, so he's gonna take 3d6 damage, and then psychic damage, and then must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows. Which I don't know if he's grappled. That really applies.
Unfortunately, his
but-
speed is 0 currently, thanks to Gladier.
Perfect. So 3d6 on that. Do-do-do-do-do. So 13 points of psychic damage.
Very well done.
And then once again for a well, you know what? Now, if he's taunting, I'm going to once again give Gladier a little bit of inspiration, just in case Nayla's going to come after him.
Excellent.
And I will look at it, Gladier, and his little lizardy eyes, and just say, "Gladier, Gladier, with your sword up to that golem's neck, hopefully you'll bring Nayla here, and that will be that." Oh man, that was I can't rhyme with neck.
Close enough. Gladier, you take a D10 of inspiration as you as this bard's words hit home.
Should be a D8. That's fucking lousy.
It's good. You did good. I'm proud of you.
Sigh.
It's all the
yes,
shadows
and-
getting you flustered. You know, they're very provocative silhouettes sometimes. You know.
yeah, they're doing all these sexual maneuvers towards me. Distracted. But that'll be it for me.
All right. From Blade, the bottom of the round, we're going back to the top. Locris, you are up.
The previous map is still current, right?
Yes, I do believe so. I'll drop a new one for you. I'm pretty sure I've only added a tentacle piece. The black dot represents Renwick's tentacle.
Alright. An infernal Locust is going to say that poem sucked, and he's going to take 2 swings on Blade.
All right.
I knew it.
No. I knew that shit was gonna happen.
Oh, one of those is a crit.
Christ. Dude.
Locris is out for blood.
Oh god.
It was not me. It was Avery. Alright.
21 and 31. I assume a hit, Blade? Question mark?
I'm gonna burn my last inspiration to cutting words. That 21.
Okay, great.
So that's a D8 minus, right?
D10.
Okay. It's only the crit.
Oh.
Very nice. So go ahead and roll damage up against Blade.
Yeah.
Also, who in the party speaks Infernal? Besides, obviously, Locris. Did Logos, did you pick up Infernal?
I do.
He was Abyssal.
I speak
No, I speak.
Infernal.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I speak Abyssal.
Gladier, you're the only one who understood what he said as he went to go attack Blade.
Finally, a language other than common. It comes in handy for me. Man,
So
you must have really not liked that poem. Shit.
28 points of piercing damage.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Oh, but
You
My tummy.
find Purchase right in dead center in Blade and almost double him over with a mighty blow.
And that will end my turn.
Logos, up on the ceiling, watching it all. What do you do?
Would I know why Logris just attacked Blade?
Well, give me an insight check. We'll call it. We'll set the DC at a versus. Your insight versus Locris's deception.
Oof.
Well, I'd say just set a DC because Locris isn't deceiving.
That's
He's
fair.
just acting.
It's all right. I rolled a 26.
A 26. Okay. With a 26, I'm not going to reveal a whole lot, but you do kind of, as you're taking stock, maybe it's your superior vantage point, as you're watching this go down, a strange thought comes to your mind, Logos. Perhaps the emerald flute that Blade found was not the only cursed item in that dragon's hoard.
And you know what? Anthony doesn't even remember what the hell Locris got.
I can't remember either.
Okay. I'm gonna make. Can I take another perception check to find Nayla? Try or survival if you want survival this time to try to suss her out.
I'm gonna say, I'll allow a survival or an arcana check if you want to try to locate Nayla.
It was okay, so it's still with advantage. Okay, first is a 21. Second is a dirty 20, so I'll take the 21.
Logos, another thought strikes you. Though it's something in the way she moves. Something in the way she manipulates those tentacles of hers. It reminds you very, very much of phase spiders, a creature you have encountered here in the Shadowfell. You're fairly confident that, at least for the time being, Nayla is not even on this plane of existence.
Hmm. Okay. That changes things. Hmm. Is there still a golem on in the plane in the field, or are they all done?
Yes, there is just one golem, and Gladier is currently grappling it. So they're like in a wrestling match.
Okay, so let me add one more question. Sorry. Since Logus would have known that the mace is um what he got from the dragon's horde, could I potentially try to disarm him?
You want to disarm Locris?
Yes.
Um,
Maybe a called shot, higher AC or something, where I try to like do a good amount of hand.
I'll say, yeah, I mean, if that's how you want to attempt to disarm him, do you want to try to send some arrows his way, striking specifically like the hand of the that he's gripping the mace with?
Yes. That motherfucker can kill Blade like in another turn.
Yeah. He'll wallop me.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me some attack rolls. See if you can't. I'm gonna say if you're aiming specifically for like the hand, I'm gonna bump his AC by a bit. But if you break his AC, you'll still hit him. You just won't hit the hand. But in order to hit the hand, you're gonna a moving hand mid combat. You're gonna have to hit about DC of about 25. So
Damn. All
My
right. First one.
AC is 20.
right.
Okay, so +5 makes sense. First one is just straight up myth. Second one is 25 on the dot.
You do land true. I'm going to see how much damage you can manage to put down before I set the DC for Locris's strength check to retain the weapon. So, how much damage do you pull off?
Okay, so only one arrow hit. Um, I was firing radiant bolts. I don't know if that does anything to him, or radiant arrows. It was only 13 points, I believe. It wasn't a lot.
Well, 13 points is something. Locris, go ahead and give me a strength saving throw. I was kind of rolling with like similar to the concentration check, so the DC is 10.
Did you say strength save or just like strength in general?
Strength saving throw, DC 10. Ten on the money, meets it beats. He retains a firm grip on the mace, unfortunately, Logos.
Okay. And as a last turn, in like a last little thing, Logus will kind of shout out. I think Locris is cursed, and Nayla, I don't think she's here anymore. And just kind of hold up on the ceiling where he's safe.
All right. So, after Logos is the layer action. And right where she disappeared from, Nayla is gonna make her way back. However, Gladier doesn't quite know that yet. Gladier, go ahead and give me an insight check.
Oh boy. Insight, so good. That's a 12. No, I'll take it. I was thinking about using my inspiration, but I think I'm going to save that still. I think I can take a hit.
So 12 total?
Yeah.
All right. Nayla does appear where she had disappeared before, still dancing, mind you, but as you're kind of grappling this beast, she can't help but take advantage of that. And correct me if I'm wrong. Does she get advantage for attacking somebody grappled?
I think if she attacks someone who is grappled, she gets advantage, but not the person who's doing the grappling. I think it's just a straight roll for me. Maybe? I don't know.
I mean,
Chris,
if you're grappling him, wouldn't he be grappling you? It's like a mutual grapple. You just initiated it, right?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point.
Who's got the wiki ready?
Our resident rules lawyer.
No, because they generally use that, if you have a tentacle holding you, you're not grappling it, but you are still considered grappled. So he might have it around the waist, kind of
he did say
German
headlock
suplex style.
Yeah, he did say he put it in a headlock. Okay, I was just making sure I wasn't robbing myself out of some extra murder of the paladin. Those are my favorite kind of murders. Okay, so a couple of attack rolls. We are looking at a dirty 20 and a 24 to hit.
Dirty 20 misses, 24 hits.
All right, so that is 6 slashing damage. However, it comes with a bit of a sneak attack too. Type this out real quick. 6 and 12 becomes 18 slashing damage total as a couple of claws rend at you. And a bite attack, 25 to hit, I imagine also hits. And that becomes 8 necrotic damage. And the 8 necrotic damage also reduces your maximum hit points by 8.
What a bitch.
As Nayla continues to do a bit of a foot shuffle as she attacks mercilessly at Gladier. Moving on down.
Oh.
I believe that would be Renwick.
It might be late, but I was gonna say I think with the irresistible dance, she has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Oh, snap. Well, what did I hit you with, Gladier? I hit you with a 1?
You hit me with a... You hit me with 2. The bite attack with necrotic and one of the tentacle attacks.
Okay. Well, I rolled a natural 20 for the one that we would have tossed out, but also a 21. Does a 21 hit?
21 just hits.
So either way, it would have hit.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
just to be fair, I had to roll it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that being said, layer action is over with. That is Renwick. You're up.
All right. Well, I suppose I'm just gonna keep trying to chip away at Nayla. That seems like the logical thing to do here.
Oh yeah. Also, she reappeared. So, didn't you ready an action to shoot at her or something?
That was the last time she reappeared.
Okay.
But if she reappeared within 25 feet of me, then yeah, I'm just gonna run up and slash again.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's a 5-foot step is all it takes to get back into melee. So go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
Perfect. And is she flanked?
Yeah, she is.
Sick.
Also, she's glowing from Logos's guiding bolt.
Oh shit, that's right. Even better. Let's see. That's gonna be a 24 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Sick.
You have it.
That'll-
You have advantage too. I don't know if that was established.
Yeah,
Because of
yeah.
Everyone has an advantage on attack rolls against her too while she's dancing.
Oh shit.
Excellent.
All right. well,
Triple double
good to know.
advantage.
Sick. So DC 14 con save from you, sir.
13 on the dice becomes 17. Sorry about that.
Yep, fair enough. One of these days it'll hit. That'll still be 18, 25 points of damage, and then I'll take a shot with a crossbow and a radiant bolt. And that's going to be a 23 to hit, so that'll be an additional 8 points of radiant damage.
Very nice. As once again, her attention seems to focus on you for busting out some of that radiant damage.
I have to say, you're a lot less intimidating with the whole dancing thing.
She glares at you ominously.
And I think I'm just going to stay right up on her.
All right. Moving from there to the golems then. Golem is grappled currently. I think he's just going to take a couple of attacks at you. Even are they disadvantaged then?
Sorry, what was it?
Since you're the grappler, are these attacks at disadvantage if he's trying to not break the attacks, just smash you still?
I think it's just a straight roll. I think they just or is that restrained? I always mix up restrained and grappled.
It's just movements at 0. That's
Yeah,
all.
movement is
Okay.
0.
Well, in that case,
Restrained is disadvantage.
That's right.
this particular beast smashes and thrashes about, misses thoroughly, but punches a large hole in the wall. Manages to dent the floor and walls more than anything, but does not successfully land an attack. Moving on down, Nayla, who is here. She is kind of SOL. She kind of just gives Renwick the evil eye, and her tentacles elevate her ever higher and higher and higher. And as she's glaring down at Renwick, she uses her Renwick, or her tentacles, to stretch about 15 feet in the air and looks over in Logos's direction and smiles, waves, gives a little bit of a giggle. With that, Gladier, you're up. Currently grappling this beast, this stitched together monstrosity.
Okay. So she's now standing 15 feet in the air.
No, she's standing right next to you, but has elongated her tentacles to extend herself upward. So yeah, her tentacles are still right there within melee range.
It's like her main body is up 15 feet.
Yes, she's flirting with
Okay.
Logos on the ceiling.
um. There's the smart thing to do, and then there's the dumb, funny thing I want to do, and I'm trying to decide which one I want to do.
Ooh, do both.
Well, that depends.
Dumb. The answer is always dumb.
Okay. Did I use the golem? First, how heavy does this golem feel to myself? Can I do some sort of like, I don't know, investigation or like perception check or something to like as I'm grappling him to try and get a gauge on its weight to see if it's something I could easily lift or is he like fucking dense?
I'll say since you're already mid grapple, he seems to be a formidable foe. He would be comparable to a large, heavy man. Several prime pieces stitched together, but yeah, he would be comparable to a large, strong man. He's not light, but he's not over excessively heavy. You're probably looking at 250 to 400 pounds somewhere in there.
Okay. Because I don't know if is there like just a regular tripping rule like mechanic for D&D like 5e? Like is there like I can try and just knock someone prone?
I know that that's one of like the monk's abilities is to be able to
Yeah.
knock someone prone.
Essentially, what I'm getting at is I kind of want to swing this motherfucker around and try and knock out the legs of Nayla using her own golem. Like just like use him as like an improvised weapon to try and sweep her feet out.
Okay, we'll do an opposed athletics check. If you, we'll do it one more time. Let's see here. I'm looking at a 17 total.
I think I also got a 17. Yeah. Wait, I have inspiration. Fuck it, it's worth it.
Okay, if you're willing to burn your inspo, I'll allow it. As you kind of heave this massive stitched together puppet of sorts and swing it baseball bat style at Nayla's legs.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a 9 on the die, 9 on inspiration, plus 8 for uh athletics. So yeah, I'm just trying to fucking knock her fucking pseudopod tentacles and see if I can knock her to the ground.
Excellent. Yeah, go ahead and make an improvised weapon attack.
Okay, so is that just would that be my just strength modifier?
Yeah, you're probably not proficient with flesh golem.
Yeah, I'm not. All right. That is a 10 on the die plus 4 for strength. So 14.
As you swing this massive individual around, the pseudopods react and just casually step over it as if it were like a jump rope or a skip it. She even chuckles. Ooh, games.
All right. Well, you know what? It was fun to try. I'm just gonna let go of the golem and quickly pull my sword out of the sheath and use my other attack. Or would that could be considered? Do you want to consider that both my attacks? Because I used
I'm
like
gonna say it took a whole standard action to swing a flesh golem.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. That's more than fair. Okay.
I will say that on the map, I'm going to put him on the other side of you as you had swung him and then let go of him. So you're still in melee, but he's swapped sides.
Yeah. So I'm just. I think I would let him go now that Nail is back. Because I was mainly just grappling him to try and get her to come back, and pull out my sword, and I'm going to. I really want to do that. I'm gonna. Oh wait, no, I already lost Did I? No, I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna draw concentration on Shield of Faith. Sorry, Blade. And I'm gonna cast uh Bless at second level. So that will be uh 4 creatures at the second level.
Okay.
I will cast it on well, no, not Lokers, because he's cursed and attacking us. So I'll cast it on myself, Renwick, Blade, and Logus. So you guys get a D4 to attacks and saves.
Very nice.
And that will be my turn.
All right, coming on up to the bottom of the round, Blade, freshly blessed. You see Gladier doing some awkward maneuvering with this flesh golem as he's kind of ragdolling it, really, and Nayla doing her weird vampiric tentacly thing, but also a very, very upset Locrus. Upset with perhaps your performance. Continues to pummel you. So, how do you proceed? Also, Locrus is still fucking huge. Locrus is like 10 feet tall right now.
He's fucking terrifying. Okay, well, first of all, I don't want to die, so I'm going to bonus action Misty Step out of the way. So I'm going to, if I can, just go basically 30 feet straight across the difficult terrain.
Perfect. Within a poof of mist, you nightcrawler back to the other side of the room.
And I'll look at him and be like, I mean, I know it sucked, but it's no cause for violence. And then I will use a little bit of movement to maybe like, let's see, like 10 feet. So like down, just so I'm like right on the edge, kind of right on the other side of the golem there. And then I think I'm
you
going.
Want to be flanking the golem in like melee, or do you want to be like a 5 foot
No,
support?
no. Just so I'm like on the other side of him. That's
Okay.
all.
Makes sense.
And then I'm going to, because I need health. I'm going to use my my standard action to use my greater healing potion.
Oh, okay, yeah. Go ahead and take the maximum benefits for that.
And that'll do it.
Well, that brings us back to the top of the round. Locris, you're up.
Okay, logistics question. How tall am I?
Ooh, what is the specs on your spell? I believe you're somewhere
Just
between...
large.
Oh, large?
So,
Some 10 to 12 feet, somewhere in there.
all right, and the ceiling is 15 feet high.
Correct.
So with my reach and at my height, Logus is within range, correct?
Correct.
But let's go Pinata.
I knew it was going there. Okay, give me a couple of attack rolls. Does a 19 hit, Logos? Does a 29 hit, Logos?
Sweet Jesus.
Why are your best rolls against us?
The 19 misses.
So that'll be 21 points of piercing damage. If the 19 misses.
As Locris reaches up and clubs you, despite being on the ceiling there, Logos kind of takes you back, but a firm blow planted squarely in your sternum. And it turns out Locris packs a little bit of a punch. That mace is no joke. Anything else, Locris?
Nope, that'll end my turn.
All right, moving on down. Logos, freshly up on the ceiling, freshly pummeled from one of your allies? Question mark.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna use uh, my bonus action to enter my starry form and take the form of an archer. And so basically, I just start glowing, and the constellations form at my joints, and my bow starts glowing with radiant energy. And since he's closer to me, will the DC of the shot at his hand be lowered a little bit?
Well, technically you're in melee, so I would say I'll lower it a little bit, but if you're going to shoot a bow, do you not have disadvantage for shooting in ranged in melee combat?
No, because I have the gunner feet.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I would say you're pretty close. You might be able to get one off. I'll drop it down by a couple. We'll call it 23 to hit the hand.
Okay, so it's going to be 3 attacks now because I can shoot in my starry form an extra attack. Okay, first one is a miss again, 19. Second one is a 29. And the third is an 18. Motherfucker, man.
Well, at least one hit. So I'm kind of going for by concentration rules. So roll out some damage and see what the DC for him to hold on to the mace will be.
It's 14 points of damage.
So I think that'll be. We'll set the DC at 10 once again. Low, Chris. Go ahead and give me a strength saving throw to maintain the grip on the mace. His grip holds firm.
I have the potential to do so much fucking damage, and I'm just missing everything. Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna move away from him across to where I know it's shitty, but he hits hard. And I'm gonna move across away from where he would be in front of my allies. So in order, if he was gonna follow me, he would have to go through them a little bit.
Okay, so Gladier, Renwick, and Blade are a bit spread out. So which ally would you prefer him to have to go through to get to you?
I guess I would say Renwick, and no, you don't get opportunity attack because of my boot to the mobile.
Ooh, very nice. Okay, so Renwick, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Easily done. It's about 25, 30 feet, and you run across the ceiling to the other side of the room.
And that'll be my turn. And I'm still on the ceiling glowing.
Excellent. Back to Nayla doing a bit of a tap dancing. Once again, an explosion of shadows. They are all around the room, everywhere. And she seems to be nowhere. Moving on down from the layer action. That is Renwick.
Alrighty. Let's see. Is just confirming, is number 4 still hanging around? Looks like the only one left.
Correct. Gladier tried to use it as an improvised weapon. It did not quite work out, but he's still in melee with Gladier, technically.
Sick.
Speaking of, I'm really sad.
since-
Sorry. Never mind. Go.
I guess we'll just take 2 shots with the hand crossbow. Because why not? Let's see. First shot's going to be 19. Second shot is a 26.
Both hit for sure.
All right. So first shot's going to be with the radiant bolt. Or sorry, they're both with radiant bolts. First shot was sneak attack. 6, 10, 13, 16. So 16 points of damage on the first shot. And second shot, oh shit. Sorry. I re-rolled with sneak attack. Let me just re-roll that real quick. Second shot is an additional 8 points of radiant.
The stitching on this golem is breaking loose. His skin sags, his flesh is not so tight, but he stands, but barely.
And that'll be my turn.
Moving on down. It is the golem. Potentially his last turn. And he is instructed to smash Gladier, so let's do it to it. 17 and an 18 becomes a 24 and a 25 to hit.
Those both hit.
Okay, so the 5 plus 4 becomes 9, so 9 for one of those. Ooh, a 1 and a 5, 6 plus 4 becomes 10, so 19 total damage, total bludgeoning damage.
You said 19?
Yeah, 19 total, as both of these big, huge, meaty fists seem to finally find purchase, break through the shield, and strike a blow right on the tip of your nose. You just weren't quite waiting for it.
Well, I'm gonna use steadfast. Use my reaction to gain resistance to that for this.
Okay, for sure.
Half that for 9.
All right, yeah. Last second, you managed to get your shield up and deflect some of the momentum of the blow, not having to take the full punch necessarily. Moving on down. Nayla, once again, mysteriously doing something. You guys are not sure. Gladier, you are up.
All right. Well, Can I look around at the shadows again? Try for third time's the charm to see if maybe I can figure out some sort of pattern. Figure out where she might pop up.
Oh yeah, give me a perception check.
That's a natural fucking 20. It's about time.
Gladier, as you are looking around for Nayla, you too realize that her movements are very, very much like the phase spiders you encountered. And you are confident that at this point in time, Nayla is not on or in the plane of Shadowfell. She is in the ethereal plane. And thusly, she is technically not even in this room at all. With the nat 20, the shadows seem to be an illusory effect of her lair whenever she uses this ability. The shadows themselves are 100% illusions.
Okay. So she could pop. I get the sense that she could probably just pop up wherever she wants within a certain range of.
Yeah, with a nat 20, you would know moving in the ethereal plane is more about mental than physical. You could just, even if you happen to be, say, dancing, if you willed yourself to move in the ethereal plane, you could potentially dance and float in a direction, depending on the ability of one's mind.
Okay. So I have no indicator of where she's going to pop up because it's just wherever she wants. Oh, man. All right. I want to hold an action, but I'm trying to decide which action I want to hold. Whether it's a ranged attack or a melee.
Well, I mean, you could always just go with both, but throw the Kopesh instead of. I don't know. I was trying to help. I don't know.
I mean, you make a good point. um, fuck, she seemed pretty. She seemed pretty pissed at me. Like the last round, the last time she popped up.
She's been throwing some shade on Renwick. Renwick continues to use radiant weapons, and she doesn't really like that shit.
Okay. So I'm breaking her toys. Renwick is using radiant weapons. So it's safe to say she might pop up back near us. So I'm gonna hold my attack with the Kopesh um, for when she comes back and just hope that she gets it within melee range.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on down to the bottom of the round, then. Blade, Silver String, you're up. What do you do from here?
Hmm.
Oh, I need to roll concentration. I took
Oh,
20. How much damage was that? 22?
Yeah. Did you not?
No, it was
Didn't you drop
18.
concentration already?
No, but I cast Bless.
Oh, that's right. Gotcha.
Yeah, it was 18, and then okay, so 18. So that would still be DC 10. 13 on the die. Okay, Bless is still up.
Perfect. Still got some bless going. And so, Blade, you're up. How do you proceed in this moment?
All right. So we still have that one golem left.
One golem barely hanging on, yes.
All right. Well, let's see if we can get rid of this motherfucker. I'm gonna once again look at this in the direction of this golem, and eyes lighting up with kind of a silvery mist. I'm gonna be looking at him and just like it's like I speak something, but you can't hear it, and it's just coming across as whispers to this golem. It's just like run, 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 and I'm gonna cast dissonant whispers on him.
All right. And what do you need from me?
That is going to be a oh my gosh, where a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, that's not great. 7?
That is a fail. So he's going to take 3d6 damage, and so he's going to take, damn it, 9 points of psychic damage.
Ooh, 9 points is enough, Blade. Tell me how you take this golem down. Nine points does the trick. You can tell me how you destroy this guy. Oh, you might have been muted. My bad.
I was definitely muted. So these whispers kind of go towards him and get into his head, and his eyes begin to light up as well, and then his head just explodes.
Well done. As the body collapses to the ground, no more. Anything else? Any type of movement or anything?
Let's see. I'm kind of safe where I am. At least I think I am. Till Nayla comes back. I'm going to maybe use a little bit of movement. Basically, I just want to be 10 feet to the left of Gladier.
Okay, excellent.
And that's it. I got no inspo, so.
Okay, moving back to the top of the round. This is my favorite part, you guys. Locris. It's your turn. What do you do?
In celebration of all visible enemies being defeated, I'm going to run up and give Renwick a pat on the back.
Oh no.
With a mace.
I was about to say the same thing.
That'll be with disadvantage, at least.
Mm. Oh no.
Oh man, nice. That was almost a crit.
Well,
That's the silver
22 will
lining.
hit.
Like, I know he's killing us and all, but this really is kind of the best part of the combat right now.
I must agree. It's so much easier for me if I could just get you fucks to fight each other. Oh my god, that's great.
Chris, for what it's worth, unless you are evil, you don't have disadvantage on the second attack because you procced my cloak.
Oh, so that would actually be 2 hits there, Locris.
That it is.
Nice. This is my favorite part of the fight.
How long are you big for?
Should be like 10 rounds. He's probably about halfway through it now.
God.
He's just warming up, folks.
So what's that damage looking like, Locris? How much are you putting on Renwick?
Then I'm gonna uncanny dodge the crit for half damage.
Well, no, that would have been a crit, but it was at disadvantage.
Oh
on
shit,
the
that's
first
right.
hit.
Okay, gotcha.
So it was a 22 and a 24, and that was for a total of 27 points piercing.
Heard. So 13 with the uncanny dodge.
Well, if you, with you'd uncanny dodge 1, which I would say would probably be the 8, not the 1. So 8 plus 8 is 16. So it would have been a 8 on 1. And then 27 minus 8. 19 total for damage with your dodge.
Word.
So Locris steps up and manages to pummel Renwick with his mace as well.
And I'm looking at Gladier because I got to catch them all. But that ends my turn.
Deep red glowing eyes glare at you from what appears to be almost like in a vacant sense from Locris's face. But moving on down from Locris, that will be Logos. You're up. Currently,
Logos.
just Locris looks to be assaulting the party.
Logos is going to shout out, "We get that mace away from him. That's what's causing to attack us." And I'm going to fire off 3 more shots into him. But then,
Okay, yeah. Anything above a 20 hits, anything above a 25, I'll make him make a strength save to hold the mace.
well, since he ran up and I'm by Renwick, would it drop back down to a 23?
I'll say if you're willing to step into melee, which is just a 5-foot step from where you are, I will drop it down a couple.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm going to run towards, so.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good. You take a step forward on the ceiling and go ahead.
All right. Come on, D&D Beyond. First one, 22. Hit, but no. 21. And D&D Beyond. Dickhead right now. Okay. 20, 21, and 24.
So the 24. What's your armor class again, Locris? 20?
20.
Yeah, so 2 hits, but 1 hits the hand. So go ahead and roll out some damage. Tell me which one's going to be the hand.
Mm. Okay.
So, damage?
Okay, sorry. So it was 13. It was 13, 14. And I just rolled the last one would be damage since that's the one to hit. And it's 14. So it'll be a 10 again.
Okay.
He took 28 plus 13, 41 points of damage.
Okay. 41 points of damage to you, Locris. And go ahead and give me a strength saving throw to hold on to that mace.
And if I don't know, 14 of that is radiant, if that does anything to him.
Holy shit. You finally did it.
No, he didn't. I
no.
have advantage on strength saves.
Oh, yeah, because you're giant. Never mind. I take it back. So, though you bury a few arrows into Locris's large form, even one in the wrist, he still maintains a tight grip on the mace. Anything else there, Logos?
Oh. I'm gonna run away now. Yeah, I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna move like 15, 20 feet behind Renwick.
So about 10 feet behind Renwick is where the wall is, but yeah, you could definitely get there.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so you take a few steps backwards, upside down on the ceiling. That brings us to the layer action. And I am going to need... that's interesting. I am going to need an insight check from... I'm going to say Renwick.
Insight check. Okay. 23.
Very nice.
Natty 19.
I rolled garbage. I rolled a nat one. So as the shadows seem to coalesce around you, for whatever reason, a strong smell of perfume is just in the air around you. And she reappears near you, but you're ready for it. This is not a sneak attack. She was not stealthy enough to get one up on you. And I believe since it's the same round where Locris has struck you, I don't have to roll a disadvantage for her to attack, don't I?
You wouldn't unless I had protection from evil and good up. But I do.
Vampires
and I
tend to
rolled a
be
con save after I just took that damage and I passed.
Okay, so disadvantage coming in hot. Oops. First attack would be, I had a 17, but I also had a 6, which becomes a 13, which I think is definitely a miss. Lower of those two is an 11, which becomes a 21.
21 hits.
That will be 9 slashing damage from one of her claws. And finally, the bite attack.
I passed the con check on that.
Dirty 20 hit?
Dirty 20 hits.
That'll be 6.
Exactly.
It'll be 6 necrotic damage, and that also lowers your maximum HP for the time being.
6 necrotic and max down by 6.
Correct. And as she finally has kind of reappeared, she does happen to be within melee range of Gladier. I believe your held action triggers.
Yes. So that's still 2 attacks for me, right? Even if it's a held action?
Yep. 1 attack action for you is still 2 attacks, yeah.
Okay, cool. That is a 16 to hit for the first one. Don't know if that hits.
Does hit.
Oh, okay. All right. What do I got left on spells? Not a lot. Oh boy. All right, fucking. I'm gonna burn a first level spell slot, my last first level spell slot, to Divine Smite. Oh, I still have full lay on hands. Holy shit! I forgot about that. Okay. Anyway, sorry. First level Divine Smite, so that's 2d8 radiant damage plus an additional d8 because she is undead. So that's going to be 1d8 plus 6 slashing. That is 8 slashing damage plus 7, 10, 18 radiant damage for the first attack. Second attack is a 22 to hit. So,
Oh, for sure hits.
I need to save my. I don't have a lot of spell slots left, so I'm just gonna regular attack. That's an 8 on the die though, so 8 plus 6, 14. 14 slashing damage for the second attack.
As you carve her up, she begins looking worse for the wear. As you strike at her, she throws several of her tentacles to kind of block the blow, and you sever them outright. Several black, inky tentacles fly across the room, spraying black ichor in all directions as they do so.
All right. Sorry. I think that's gonna be my turn. Okay, you said a pick. Perfect.
And that's your held action, correct?
Oh no, that was my held action. That's not my turn. Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, sorry.
Now we're going to go down to Redwick. Redwick, as she has appeared in front of you and threw down some attacks. It is your turn, and you're kind of flanked. You've got her on one side and Locris on the other.
Well, I'm more interested in her at the moment. So, I think I'm just going to swing for her. We'll see
Excellent.
what happens.
Go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
Is she currently flanked? I believe she was in melee with Gladier, correct?
Yep, you would get advantage as Gladier seems to be on the other side.
Sick. That's going to be a 28 to hit on the rapier. And that'll proc sneak attack. $23 points of damage with the rapier.
That's the number right on the money. You tell me how you take her down there, Renwick.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. With the rapier, too? Fuck. All right. I imagine through a series of swipes, Renwick chops off like tentacle after tentacle so that he can kind of close in and get close, and then finally like up a lunge straight upwards through the underside of her chin, closing, like clamping that mouth of hers down and sending the blade right up through the top of her skull, and with the momentum just kind of like rides the body as it falls backwards.
And as she hits the ground, her body, rather than lay limp, turns immediately into a wispy mist and flies out the door.
And then I'll turn and oh shit. We haven't spotted. I'm trying to think. Map wise, we don't know where that mist is going yet, right?
You have a good assumption. You guys trailed.
Oh wait, yeah. There were the dual coffins. Okay, so we do have
Correct.
a location for that. I'm gonna take this opportunity to start sprinting toward that location. Then
that will give Locris an attack of opportunity, I believe.
that's okay. I'm gonna take it. My cloak comes back up at the start of my turn. Or actually, you know what? Fuck it, because I'm pretty sure we have to knock you out anyway. So I'm just gonna use my bonus action to take a shot at him.
Okay, Radiant Bolt, I assume.
Yeah, might as well while it's up. That's a 19 to hit.
I don't.
19 misses.
All right, fair enough. Well, I'll just take the attack. I'm gonna bolt for it.
Okay. The fastest way through there is going to be through the difficult terrain Logos created.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll push that way.
You scramble over some of these broken and jagged rocks and begin your way.
Yeah, I'll just
17 to hit.
word. That is a miss. So yeah, I imagine you go swinging with the mace, and he just like soccer knee slides under it, like limbo's back, just takes off sprinting.
Very, very nice. So, with Renwick up, the golems and Nayla have been eliminated. We're going to Gladier. You are next. What do you do in this moment?
I was on mute. Gladier is going to yell at Logus and Blade. Go help Renwick take care of the mist. I'll handle Locris. I'm going to then use my action to lay on hands myself for 15 hit points. Heal myself for 15. This could be bad, but it's fine. And then I'm just gonna run up on, like, get right in Locris's face, because I feel like I've probably seen enough throughout this battle to notice that he's been gunning for whichever one of us is closest. Don't think I have much for bonus actions to debuff. Kind of came in here to buff. Actually, yeah. I'll bonus action cast on myself, blinding smite. So bless drops because blinding smite is concentration. But the next time I hit a creature with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, which is 1 minute, your weapon flares with a bright light. The attack deals an additional 3d8 radiant damage to the target. Additionally, the target must succeed on a con save throw or be blinded until the spell ends. They can make a con save throw on the end of each of their turn to try and lose the condition. So a bonus action blinding smite, action lay on hands myself, movement, get right up in Locus's face, and yell at everyone else to get the fuck out.
All right, sounds good. Moving on down. Blade Silverstring, you're up. What do you do from here?
So I hear Gladiator yell out to run. And Blade will kind of start making his way out, but he will turn to look at Locris to see. Is there like a way I can just like check to see how he's doing health wise?
Yeah, I'll say give me either a medicine or an insight check.
Let's go medicine. I'll roll it on chat here to be transparent. 1. God damn. 6.
He's taking some damage, but how much more can he take? You're not sure.
That being said, I'm gonna try it. So I'm gonna look back and just in a last ditch effort, I'm going to turn and put my hand out towards Locris, and I'm gonna just say, maybe it'd be good if you got some rest and cast sleep. I don't know if he's immune to any of this, but
Okay, I think I don't think he's immune to sleep. He sleeps. How many hit points can you put to sleep at once?
so I'm gonna cast it at 4th level, so that would be 11 d8s.
Well, fuck yeah, roll it out, and we'll see if we can't put old Locris to bed.
53 points.
Locris, does 53 points take you under 0?
It does.
Do you have
Just reading
some
what
funky
you
immunity to sleep that I'm unaware of?
I was just making sure I didn't say anything upon everything going on. Nope. I am counting sheep.
And with that spell, Locris collapsed to the ground, snoring loudly. And with that, as Renwick, as you kind of reach the door and open it and look back, for the time being, the danger is no longer present, and you see your former giant comrade now sleeping. After a few seconds, he even becomes normal-sized. And I think that is going to be where we put a bookmark in our little venture for the time being, fellas.
Damn, Will, that was perfect.
Goddamn, Curse Locris is a ass.
Oh, that's not even me playing all my strengths.
No,
He's not lying. I told him to go. I told him to go ham on you guys, and he hit me with the wording of the curse. And I was like, okay, technically you're right, But I was like, hey, you don't have to stop at just beating him. You can cast spells, do it all, man. I don't care.
I mean, he did some fucking damage with just the mace.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's done more damage to me than most of the like crazier creatures that we've fought.
Oh, and I only had 14
I took like
HP
20
left.
points.
Oh, damn, that was overkill.
So, hey, I'm burning your spell slots too.
Damn, that was fun. That was good combat.
No, I was kind of a little worried when I hit him. When I hit you with that 41 piece, I was like,
Yeah, I was kind of hoping I dropped the mace so it would disappear and I just pull it back out.
So
Still
Just for the vision of it. Yes. Oh shit.
I was gonna say, like, I like to imagine you like
That would
knocking-
have been such a cool visual.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could see like you knocking it out of his hand, and like he just looks at you and then looks at the mace on the floor and like snaps his fingers, and it's like back in his hand again. You know.
That's the beauty of Hexblade with the Pact of the Blade is just
There is no
you can hand
disarming.
over you can hand over your sword to the guard because you have another one.
Yeah, you literally can't be disarmed unless you die.
Oh man.
Or slept.
Yeah, true.
Or
So
unconscious.
I'm gonna say, let's go ahead and level up before next session, okay, fellas? Let's get some fucking level on. You guys have
Oh shit!
technically, I don't foresee much. You've only have to, we can basically narrate the Nayla's death from this point. But yeah, so let's go ahead and level up, Ski, and when we reconvene.
Level 11.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That being said, I am gonna close up shop and get out of here, boys. Keep in touch on the socials, and let's do this crazy thing again soon, yeah?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Awesome combat, buddy. Thank you.
Hell yeah, that was fun as fuck.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah. Awesome set.
It was a bummer for me. You guys all lived, so I tried. I even recruited one of your own
We'll
to
see ya.
help kill you. So
If Blade
I gotta
hadn't
say-
put him to sleep, I think I might have gone down. With the damage Locris was dealing, I don't know if I would have survived.
That one was a lot of fun.
No, for sure.
because-
He got me down to like 40 HP.
Yeah.
all
What
right,
was that?
fellas.
Okay.
Good luck and good evening, and I will talk to you guys again here shortly. You guys have a good one. Good night.
Night, boys.
Yeah, you too. Thanks, Sean.
Catch y'all later.
Good night.